All
right, here we go. Everybody, do you know where we're at? And we just ran into a guy.
Oh yeah?
He's a complete and utter loser, but I still like him. And this guy, he's not a loser though. He's really cool. So who are you?
My name is Brad Bays. I am a freelance scenic artist. I also work with Midnight Mayhem Apparel, do costumes, props, all that good stuff.
And who's this character?
I am Anthony Norman. I work with Brad at the Dead End Hayride in the help
from cold Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah. So I ran into Bradley, and I just wanted to say that we're here, and Transworld is finally here.
That's right.
And by the way, these two wonderful gentlemen right here, if I can see them, they helped with all the darkness renovations.
That is correct.
And before we take them on a tour of what we're seeing first day, and by the way, it's shocking how much stuff is set up on the first day.
A lot of people here today. This is crazy. I thought I was getting here early, but so did everybody else. So.
But Bradley, let's talk about the darkness for just a second.
Let's do it.
Before we see some cool stuff, okay? And just so we're on the same page, we're here at Transworld, and there's a lot of stuff here, right, Bradley?
There's a ton of stuff.
Including all your costumes.
That's right.
A lot of stuff's here. And we're gonna just kind of sort of take a peek. And there's gonna be a lot more stuff here tomorrow, I would imagine.
Oh yeah.
And tomorrow will be chaotic. But Bradley, you helped with the darkness this year.
That's
right. And you were there for how long? About 3 weeks?
3 weeks, 3.5 weeks.
Yeah. How do you think it turned out?
I think it's awesome.
You haven't seen the final product yet.
I haven't. I probably saw it around, I'd say 80%.
Okay. And so you're dying to see it all done.
I am. I want to see what you guys have done.
And Bradley, let me fill you in on the tour tickets, because this is the part that I want to mention before we start going through. The Darkness Haunted House tour is Thursday night behind the scenes tour. There is 39 tickets to that left. Okay, that includes the seminar with the Grim Life Collective. On Friday, the Limp, it sold out. Now we only had 7 to 9 on that, and we went ahead and added the 9:30 one, just like the Darkness, because there was a lot of people who wanted to come. We only added 50 tickets more because we don't want to be there all night. And so there's only one slot left. It's 9:30. There's only 50 available, but now there's only like 39. The Darkness had 800. We're not adding any more slots to that. It's 7 to 9:30. The only 2 slots left is 9 and 9:30, and there's like 98 tickets left. So if you want tickets, go to darkness.fearticket.com. And you think that people are going to like the new scenes in the Darkness?
I think people are going to love it. I think these are probably some of the coolest scenes that are in there. I've been going to the Darkness for years, but it was an honor to be part of it, so yeah. I'm excited.
And you came in at the last minute.
Yeah, I was only there for 10 days. But
you cranked it out.
Tried my best.
He's a savage.
I had to call in the backup.
So, hey, Bradley, let's walk around here.
Let's do it.
Now, this is like Little Spider's booth, and keep in mind, you're not seeing anything set up. But Little Spider's over here, and they're setting up, and they got, I don't know what the heck they're doing, but they're building a whole set, right? With pumpkins and we don't know what else. And if we come over here, and we want you to come to the show. So the show is when? Thursday?
Thursday through Sunday.
And that's March the 7th through the 11th?
Yes, but remember, it starts at 11 on Friday, or Thursday and Friday, 9 o'clock.
Unless you buy the VIP ticket.
VIP upgrade.
Okay.
9.
And do you know where you can get more information about the Haunt Show? You got to know, right?
Oh yeah, transworld.com.
No, it's HAAshow.com. And for those who don't know, they've been redoing this whole convention center. So I think that back part, you can see how it's all gray. And do you see how all the walls are painted different color than this? That's all brand new. Okay? And so
They have better lighting down there.
Yeah, they have better lighting, better everything. It's all brand new. So that whole section down there is brand new. So I don't know where the Christmas show is because we didn't walk down there, but I'm assuming it's that way. But it used to go further down. But anyway, that's a new section of the convention center. Did you walk down there?
I have not made it down that far. I've been sitting up all day.
So over here we have Drop Dead Designs, and we're not gonna like infiltrate their booths and try to, you know, like these people are setting up. We're just kind of sort of getting like a quick pan here, and I can see lots of cool weapons here. You got your Walking Dead. And then you like this over here, didn't you, Bradley?
I do. I think these are pretty cool for like a voodoo character or something like that. They seem pretty rigid.
Yeah, we're not gonna walk into anybody's booth. I'm just telling you that right now. We're just gonna stand on the outside looking in. And this is Distortion's booth, and I have to tell you, that is really cool. Look at that. That would be perfect for a facade, an entrance gate.
That would be.
Pretty much anything.
Werewolf gargoyles.
And then you have this big skull, and you have these raptors. And let's go over this way, Bradley. Yeah, so we're not gonna go in anybody's booth, and this is something they've had for many years. Anytime I see this, you see with that little thing down there?
Yep.
I always think of, like, you know, Jabba the Hutt.
Yep.
You know, he had the little guy that was always talking, but he reminds me of Jabba the Hutt. And I can tell you this, that Distortion's really loaded up this year on animatronics. It looks like they have a clown balancing act, and you got a werewolf animation, you got the alien animation from last year, and you have some sort of giant brain. What? Oh, look at that! That's so freaking funny! Look at the little Martian that controls the big brain.
The eye.
Isn't that funny?
That's awesome.
Okay, and then down here, we have their brand new Raptors. And you can see right here, it says Distortions. And they have Raptors over here. So if we go this way, they have a Frankenstein and some sort of attacking werewolf. Again, we're not gonna peel anything off to look at anything. Ghost Ride's booth is down there. They have set up nothing. This looks like a costume company. Should we walk down here and see if there's anything down here? What, Bradley, what is the coolest thing you've seen here so far?
Coolest thing I've seen so far?
So far, you personally.
I would say I think Scarefactory brought some pretty oversized pieces, even compared to what they normally bring. So.
How about you? Have you seen anything?
I agree. They're in the dark room. There's like these big pumpkin type of ordeals, and I think they're awesome.
And then we got another, I guess, a costume company there. And then here is something called Mr. Jimmy Effects Creations. And they've got these little pumpkin monsters, and you really can't see a whole lot because it's not all set up. And I'm assuming that's Froggy Fogg's booth, maybe. And you can kind of see there's Brutal Rust's booth. I will say this, based on what I've seen so far, it seems like there's a lot of stuff that wasn't here last year.
I would have to agree. It seems like everybody went bigger, better, brought more product. So that's always good.
And we're not going to walk into Nethercraft's booth, but look at this. That's a really neat piece right there. That casket. And these, I know they had those last year. We can see stuff from here, but I'm not walking in anybody's booth. You know, people in the past, look at this, Bradley. A dinosaur panel.
That's awesome.
Now, whose booth is this over here, Bradley? I heard it's the worst booth here, traditionally.
I would have to probably agree with you. No, I'm just kidding.
There's a website called Haunt Booth Ranking.
Oh, God.
And this one got the worst booth 4 years running. No, I'm just kidding. But hey, can we walk in your booth?
Of course.
Okay. So you got a lot of mannequins. And here's the company. What a nice little sign. Did you make that, Bradley?
I did make that. I designed the file and then I cut it out on a CNC table.
And you made this facade right here.
I did. It's not quite completed. We had some damage to fix and moving, and I got to finish decorating.
And what costumes do you have this year?
Oh my gosh, we have.
Show me the cool ones.
200. Okay. Let's see. We'll just go for the easy ones. I don't know. Some of them are cool. This is our ritualist. He's your classic voodoo character.
It's got feathers.
Pants, vest, feathers that clip on and off for washing.
And how much would something like that cost?
So this is actually one of our higher end costumes. It goes for $700, but it's got accessories, a custom hat, the jacket, the vest, the pants, everything's custom tailored to your size. So we make those. We've also got tons of clowns. This is one of our new ones that we just released not too long ago. This is our one of our new scarecrows called Dreadstraw. So,
wow, that is cool.
Again, full custom costume.
And how much is that?
This one's only $400. So this is a pretty middle range costume. It's got the hay on there to make it look like you're stuffed. Then we got the classic. This is always a big crowd favorite.
Coveralls.
Yep. So thermal shirt, apron, pants. Call this the Carver. You know, butcher, serial killer.
You got a
type
massive
character.
rack over here of clown costumes.
We've got 9 racks packed full of costumes. I mean, you almost can't even get one in there when you take them off.
Now, I noticed you had some more over here.
Oh gosh, that's where they're all stored right now.
Yeah, show us some of the cool ones over here.
Okay, so pull this one aside, all the clown suits. This is one of our new ones. This is our doctor, call it the mutation. So it's kind of a mad scientist kind of character that his experiment's gone wrong. He's got spider legs growing out of his back. The Howie lab coat. Those are always a big hit.
And how much is that?
The doctor is also 400, so that's kind of a good like middle range price. That's what we normally do. We've also got one of our new ones this year that I really like. This is our sacrifice robe. It's kind of a satanic robe.
And I bought that.
You did. So it's got the embroidered symbols on it. These are all custom cut, completely handmade. This isn't something you can just go buy.
And how much
online.
is that?
So these I believe are 400 as well. So that's kind of our average price is around that, and we do have some things that are higher, some things that are lower. Of
Now,
course.
Bradley, since I have you here, okay. And by the way, I wanted to mention, sometimes people say on the comments, "Oh, you cut them off." I'm making this video with only one battery. Okay, I've been doing half my videos are one battery.
Yep.
So I want to get to the meat and potatoes. So because you're a vendor, I want to ask you. You take orders here, right?
Oh yes, of course.
But your goal is to sell these.
Right. So our biggest thing last year, we sold out. We only brought, a couple sizes of each thing, and people wanted to take stuff home with them, especially a costume. It's not a big prop. They want to take it home. They want that, personal experience to get the costume, take it home right away. So we brought a ton of in-stock costumes. I mean, as you can see, this is all one style of costume. So we got tons of different sizes.
But your goal is literally to go home with
Go
nothing.
home with nothing. If we could have empty racks, that would be awesome.
Now let me ask you a question, because you're a vendor and I just want to know. If I walked up in here on Thursday, okay, and I want this costume or this one,
Yep.
do I pay for it and take it with me? Or do you hold on to these until the show's over?
So this year we are allowing people to take them as soon as they purchase them, unless it is our last model and it's a new costume, because we want to have it for the show to take orders. But we have multiples, so if you come and buy this clown suit, you're taking it with you right then and there. So that's yours to take. You can go with it. You can use it at the ball, whatever you want to do.
That sounds great.
Yeah. So,
Now, how do they find you online?
MidnightMayhemApparel.com.
MidnightMayhemApparel.com. Okay. Do you want to walk towards Scarefactory's booth?
Let's do it. That's my favorite.
That's your favorite? Okay, so yeah, I will say that their costumes are great. We bought a lot of them last year. And now this is 13th Floor's booth. And I'm not criticizing. I just don't understand why they're doing booths, because they're not selling anything. But they are showcasing that they could do some really cool stuff, because this looks really cool. And I will say that the booth they did last year was a showstopper for sure. And it looks like all these like angels, I guess, are just props.
Yep.
They look like they molded those.
I think they did. I think they actually, they're made out of a 2-part rigid foam. So I was looking at those earlier with Dave Carey, the guy.
But that's going to be a really cool mirror maze.
And apparently it's, it goes all the way up. I think it's like over 24 feet tall or something.
Wow.
3 stories.
So I don't understand what their goal is with having a booth, but I know that people like to walk through them and videotape them and check them out. Now, the Brutal's Rust booth is always really good, and it is, again, I will tell you that I bought a lot of Brutal Rust last year for a project I was working on. Works fantastic. Speaking of rust, there's a huge problem. What is the most popular rust, you as a scenic painter?
So all the scenic artists are now using Modern Masters. Not to take away from any of the guys, Brutal Rust is great, but Modern Masters, it's owned by Rust-Oleum, makes an incredible iron rusting paint.
And you can't get it.
You can't get it. You can get it in little sample size.
So who are you buying from?
I have some that I've collected over time, but usually I try to get it from a supplier as soon as I can, and usually there's a waiting list.
I know, but let's say you can't get it, then who are you getting it from?
I'm going to Brutal Rust. 100%.
Brutal Rust, okay. We bought from Brutal Rust last year, And this is no shot at Brutal Roast. I always just bought the Modern Masters because I like buying off Amazon.com. And all of a sudden it wasn't available. I asked around, everybody said Brutal Rust was great, so we bought it from them. But the only reason I never ordered from them was just pure laziness. You know what I'm saying? Pure laziness. It's just too easy to go to Amazon and press a button. And now you can't do that. Although it was never really easy to get Modern Masters Rust from them. Sometimes you had to go to specialty paint stores. Is that Gorgalore's booth?
That is.
Okay. Okay. And this is Frankenlab, and I know that he sells everything. He brings it, he sells it. And it looks like he's got he focuses a lot on air cannon stuff. And that looks like what's that called? A Wendigo? Okay. That looks like
Oh, it looks like you actually put your feet in it and it's fully controllable by an actor.
Yeah, it does. And then I'm assuming this is Gorgalore over here because I see more puppets. Yeah, Gorgalore's signs over there. Let's just walk around and see. And then we're getting towards the end of this video. William.
Ruining your video.
Oh my God, dude.
Now you gotta censor it.
I'm not gonna. Oh,
work here.
what the heck?
Oh man, I see a workman's comp file coming.
Unbelievable. William is inappropriate. Okay. We only have like this little bit left to see, and then maybe tomorrow there'll be more set up and we can see more. Now I want to mention that you need to come to the show. It's not just a haunted house show, it's also a Christmas show. And it's an escape room show as well. There's a lot of escape room vendors, theming vendors. There's all kinds of people coming. And you learn everything at HAAshow.com. Now here's Fright Props booth. I thought that was a really clever booth that they had last year. What do you think, Bradley?
Yeah, no, I think they've went all out this year. I know that they're also with Poison Props, so two huge booth spaces.
They had where they kind of show you like where there's a wall and the animation's poking through, and then they show you how it works on the other side.
One of the really cool things I saw, their shop's actually in Minnesota, so I get to go there. But they did post a video. They've got individual limbs that are on like a single, pneumatic. So those are kind of cool. It's like an arm that hangs and it flares up and down.
And then it looks like somebody, Haunted Enterprise from Las Vegas. And we're about to circle around to the last aisle. And again, we're not going to trample through people's booths to kind of see what's what. You're going to have to come to the show and see it. And it's HAAshow.com. And this is a vortex tunnel by, what's it called, GEP?
I believe so. In the same spot.
And then you have Killer Props. And this is our buddy Greg Allen from Missouri. And his props look amazing. Killer Props right there. Everything looks fantastic. And let's see how many animations he has. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. He's got 13 animations here. That's a lot. And then I can tell right here, this is Poison Prop stuff. That's just crated. It looks like it's going to get uncrated tomorrow. This looks like this will be Poison Props booth right here. And again, I'm not going to walk through their booth. I'm just looking on the outside. And it looks crate after crate after crate. How many crates of animations is this, Bradley? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, they've got crate after crate after crate. And you know what's really interesting here, Bradley? What do you think about this? Now, you heard that Adam from Poison Props, who sold the company to Fright Props.
Yep.
He helped with this booth.
I did hear about that.
And now he's right across the street from Poison Props.
Interesting decision, but I think it'll, everybody's,
But I will say that the owner of this company, I can verify this for everybody. The owner of this company is Greg Allen.
That's right.
It's not Poison Props.
Yep.
I mean, when I say Poison Props, it's not Adam.
Correct.
He just supposedly helped.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And Greg, I'm sure, can verify that himself. His booth looks amazing. All of his animations look great. Everything looks well themed. And then you come over here, and here we got Scarefactory. Now, I have to say, as a disclaimer, they have a lot of big stuff for sure. Okay. And Unit 70, who also makes big animations,
That's right.
would be their direct competitor, no longer comes to the show
That's true.
because he's sold out all the time.
Sold out for a year, 2 years in advance.
I think I really like Unit 70. I mean, but you know, the stuff that Scarefactory has here is pretty cool. I did see, looks like you have like a pumpkin witch. It looks like they've just gone over the top with pumpkins. There's a big zombie back there. And a big monster up there for your hay rides. Is David Falkman here? Okay. And there we have it. Zombie. Those are really cool. Hey Dave.
Hey, how are you?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
You want to be on camera?
I don't.
No, you don't? No, but tell us, what does this do?
It's an archway, so you can use it. We have it kind of working two different ways, where they're all kind of static and mouth closed and in a neutral position. Then when you walk in, they all turn and attack you and scream.
And you walk through?
Yeah, it's a walkthrough.
So
Transition piece.
is this the most big animations you've ever brought to the show?
It's a lot. I don't know. Probably. There's a lot of big stuff.
How long does it take you to get ready for the show?
This was 21 days.
21 days. That's really cool. So you're saying that's like an archway and all the zombies move.
All the arches. Yeah. So
Well, we look forward to coming back.
Cool.
And how much is this? Just FYI.
I
Why is it that every time the show, and I'm just saying, every time you ask, you're at the show, you never know the price.
Well, because there's everything in here is brand new, and I don't know.
But it's like a tradition.
Yeah, okay.
You come and you ask.
That could be our tradition. But yeah,
It is.
Everything in here is big.
We're gonna figure
big
it
and
out.
stupid. No, I know how much. I have a price. It's in the catalog, but I don't.
What is it roughly?
I don't. Maybe somewhere around maybe $7,000 or $8,000.
7,000 or 8,000. Does it have any theming that goes like behind the heads?
Yeah, we'll dress it and whatnot, and then the heads. So these heads move this way. These heads move that way. These heads move up and down. This head moves up and down, and then all the jaws function.
And what's this? Is this the Wicked Witch?
This is a really cool Wicked Witch. She has all kinds of different movements in it, and we're trying to develop new. This is a very popular rig for us. This big giant flying ghost.
Yep.
So we're trying to develop new characters for people to be able to just swap characters from year to year for different applications. So we're trying to be iconic. So there's nothing more iconic than the Wicked Witch.
What does it do exactly? It
She
just
flies and cackles, and she has arm movements and head movements and jaw movements, and she works the broom, and she basically harasses the crap out of you. Basically.
What does this one do?
He is laying down on his feet, kind of like this, and then he literally crawls forward and pushes up, and there's a push-up, and then gets in your face, and then he pushes left and right, up and down, and kind of does all these crazy.
Well, thanks a lot, Dave, and we're gonna come back. We're making a video trying to promote, people coming to the show, coming to the haunt tour as well.
Awesome.
And you're Bradley over here. Do you know who Bradley is?
Bradley
Bays.
Hayes.
Bays.
Hayes.
Yeah.
How are you?
He
Bradley?
works with Minnesota.
Dead and Hayride.
Okay.
So we bought a bunch of stuff from me last year, like the big bat and all that.
How'd it work out for you?
Good. Perfect. Yeah.
And I was talking to Bradley over here at his booth, and he said, "Oh, the coolest stuff is over here at Scarefactory's booth."
Well, we're literally designing for people with hay rides, outdoor stuff, because
I can see that.
Right. It's hard to be outside. You need big stuff like on these arms. This is based on a 20-foot tall character.
Oh, wow.
But it's on the same rig as that flying pumpkin guy. So this is a giant character that flies.
That's awesome.
Now, can I ask you a question? Yeah. What is and I'm not saying it in a negative way, but what is the obsession with making pumpkin animations?
Because people buy them.
Is that, no, and the reason I was asking is because all the people doing pumpkin patches, is that why you're making them?
That's why. Well, again, I think there are a lot of growth for us is the emerging agri-tainment folks.
Right.
So, and that's
what I was getting at.
and that's where it's at. So.
Have you ever heard of this place he's talking about? What's this place called?
The Dead and Hayride.
No, the crazy one you said.
Vala's Pumpkin Patch in Nebraska.
Vala's?
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
And what's the one in Chicago?
Bankston's Pumpkin Patch.
Okay.
And they're off the chain like crazy. Like 500,000 people go.
Yeah.
And that's why I was wanting to know, like, is all the pumpkins motivated by the pumpkin patches buying
Well,
stuff?
Again, what I'm trying to do is what other people aren't. I'm trying to fill a niche. There's really good options for lots of things, but if somebody's not filling the need, I'm trying to find that need and fill it.
Even though like you've been coming to the show year over year, like the last few years with pumpkin type stuff, can people still get your old stuff?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everything's available.
Still have the molds.
Even if you don't bring it to the show.
We try and bring the new stuff so people can see it, and then there's nothing like you can look at a picture, you can look at the video, but it's not the same as what you see.
I have to ask you this question since I got you on camera here, and apparently you've agreed to be on camera here.
Apparently I have. I don't
But
remember signing anything.
you were the company, like originally, that brought like the first animatronic that just like suddenly scared you. I think it was called Corpse Sepultulator.
My son, on his first outing after he was born, 26 years ago, we took him out on his first little thing in his bassinet, and I saw there was a toy that he was looking at. It was a punching nun that did this, and I'm like, that's interesting. What if you put like a character on it, because it was leaned back in a coffin, and that shot that character out, and that's where it came from.
Well, this is what I was leading to, though. You made this Corpse Sepultulator, and then every time you made animations, there was always something that suddenly jumped out at you. And then, like for example, that chair that turns into an animation and stuff like that. You don't bring any of that stuff anymore. And I'm just saying, like when you look at these other companies that make animations, they're kind of sort of making things in the line that you used to make.
Right.
Is there a reason why you don't bring those anymore?
Because other people are. I mean, I think that we've done it, and now we're trying to find and do things that people. We're trying to innovate. So I mean.
But all those are still available.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we still have the molds. We still have way too many molds in that building.
But I just was thinking out loud that you don't bring the scary. I'm not saying this stuff isn't scary, but
No,
this
I
is
get it.
more like eye candy animations.
Yeah.
Whereas like all you used to make is pop out scares and. Kind of like the originator of the pop-out scare animation.
Yeah.
Are they still popular to buy?
For sure, we still sell a lot of them. It's just people are familiar with them. They know where they can get them. But this stuff, because of its scale, you look at a picture of one of these things in the catalog, and you don't understand how big it is. You don't understand the scale.
So how tall is that?
Well, it's adjustable. It goes from 12 to 16. You can put it at whatever height you want. And that's the other thing. Is a lot of these things are adjustable, so you can kind of layer them together and kind of style them yourself.
Bradley, what is your favorite thing?
Favorite thing in here so far, probably the pumpkin witches.
But it's funny because there's a famous picture, I'm sure you may have seen it before, of that exact character, right, on like letterhead. It's like a famous Halloween, and it looks spit and image, which is good.
It's iconic.
It's iconic looking, type of a pumpkin that's a witch.
Yep.
It's like putting the two most famous Halloween characters
You have
together.
to come back. This is our new pumpkin creature. This guy in the middle. He stands up 15 foot tall. He's got a 17-foot wingspan. It's kind of half insect, part vine, part multi.
Look at that, he's got a pumpkin on the back end of his tentacle.
But this thing stands up and goes crazy, so you'll have to come back and check him out.
Now this guy is really cool. I like his fingers.
Yep.
Now that's just a static prop.
That's a goblin. That's a static goblin. That's an animated goblin. So we're trying to do more things, and we're bringing one of each. We're bringing one static and one animated, kind of each one, so you kind of understand.
These are really cool. Like how much roughly is one of these static?
They're like 30, or a static is like $2,000,
And then what about an animated?
like $35. Because they have multiple head movements, jaw movements, and then they also pivot and turn, and then have different. They have all kinds of different movements.
Well, thanks for sharing your time, Dave.
course.
And we'll come back when you have it turned on.
Yeah, come
When will you have it turned on?
5 minutes before the show opens, hopefully.
No, I mean, will you have some of it turned on tomorrow?
Probably.
Okay.
Start programming.
Hey, well, good luck at the show.
Thanks. You too. All right. Thanks for having me.
So there you have it. And then there's like a whole, wait, hey, Dave, is this the same thing? Dave, is that the same thing? Just skulls? Is that another walkthrough?
Yeah, that one's skulls.
Oh, I didn't see that.
That one's skulls. So we have talking skulls. We have static skulls.
So you're saying those talk?
these are static. So we're showing a static and animated, but this one talks and this one talks.
So the skull talks in the guy's hand?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So does the zombie.
Oh, we didn't see
These are
that.
adjustable.
So that is like a prop, like a static prop that you buy, and then you program it to talk.
Yeah. So you can rules, greet people, provide instructions. Hey, check out the hayride. The next wagon's in 15 minutes. Don't get your whatever.
Can you do it with a microphone, or does it have to be programmed?
Program it, you can do whatever, but I mean, we're gonna have them just run it. Same like these pumpkins. So we're hanging pumpkins off them. We're hanging lights off of them. It's kind of, you know, it's theming, but it's also practical.
Wow, that's cool. And then here's another one. So you're saying this one talks?
For sure. Yep. And they
Oh,
have
that's really clever.
We have programmable LEDs.
I didn't even realize that. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you what I thought that was. I thought it was just sitting there, waiting to be hoisted onto a bigger animation.
Right.
That's what I thought.
No.
And that's why when you watch these videos of like walking around before you don't know what you're seeing.
Yeah.
So you have to come to the show.
Yeah, you have to come.
You have to
You
come.
have to see this stuff in person. Like I said, a picture and a video doesn't.
And you know what the great thing about St. Louis is? It's not far from anywhere.
No, it's in the middle of everything.
It's in the middle. Like if you're in Los Angeles, you can get here in 3 hours on an airplane. Right. If you're in Chicago, you can get down here in 4 hours. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Taking big, here's a startle. You talk about startle. So you see the zombie in the graveyard through the window, right? Well, then that giant zombie, you know, he comes through the window at you. He comes out. Oh, maybe I can pull it through.
Oh, that's cool. What do you think of that, Bradley?
It's awesome.
That's great. If it's dark and you're right here, and like da 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 da.
So how much is something like that?
Larry, I have no idea.
Hey, well, let me ask you a question. Could instead of that head, could you put like a Frankenstein head or a Dracula head?
Giant, yeah, you can put whatever you want. I mean, this was a new sculpt that our guys did today, or did, you know, before the show, and we had some fun. I've got some amazing new artists that have come in and really turned the place around. So,
Well, you have an advantage. Isn't there an art school in Columbia?
Absolutely.
Columbus?
Yep.
Columbus.
So, one of the professors is right behind you there making pumpkins.
Well, hello, Professor. And you know what? You got by the way, you got the slime paint in your hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, wait, that's dyed. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding you.
Yep. So I have a farm school. That's why I'm in Columbus, because we have an amazing school that teaches these kids. And I see resumes from all over the country, but I mean, it's.
Hey, let me ask you a question. This is totally off the Transworld subject. The place in Los Angeles, because I know you're connected with that guy, is he moving that to Las Vegas?
Yes, sir.
When is it getting moved? And it's called the Darkness.
No.
It's going in Caesar's Palace?
Icons.
Icons of Darkness. Is it going in?
It's going in an MGM property.
Oh, an MGM property. So it will not be in Los Angeles anymore. Okay. When should we expect it for it to open?
Hopefully October.
October? Now, you know we did a video on that.
I know you did.
Now, you know our video got millions and millions of views on TikTok.
Appreciate that.
And the state of California tourism asked us if they could use our video. Because, I don't know, it got like 5 or 6 million views. Were you aware of that?
I was.
Yeah, so, yeah.
You know why? Because you told me.
Yeah, now, you know, I actually had to call, and I couldn't get in touch with, what's his name again? Rich Carell. And, but anyway, they called him. They said, oh, yeah, just let him through. Because I didn't want to be on a tour with a bunch of other people. I wanted to, like, get, you know, little TikToks.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that video, now, you know, I have a video that did 50 million as well.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. I know it's crazy. But anyway, thanks a lot, Dave.
Absolutely.
And hopefully they'll come see you. And you will have the prices by the time the show starts, right?
For sure.
Okay.
Thanks again.
See you later. All right. So there you have it. That's the end of the video. And you got that exclusive tour from David Falkman himself. And I want to say this because they have taken a lot of, you know, ups and downs over the years. We ordered some stuff from Scarefactory over the last couple of years, and we got everything, and everything was fantastic. And they really made some cool stuff. And you need to come to the show and see it. HAAshow.com. Now, I do want to mention that if you look how long the show is, that's like essentially a mile. Is it not, Bradley?
Yeah, that's down there.
It's a mile from here to down there, and then it goes that way.
Yes.
Okay. So somebody said online, and I believe it was Leonard Pickle, but I'm not sure. I just kind of heard about it, that somebody posted that about HauntCon, you know, that they posted a picture of the beach, and they said, you can't get this in St. Louis. And my response was, you can't get this at HauntCon, right? And it's not a tit for tat. That's why that comment should have never been made. St. Louis is not, and I repeat, is not Orlando. It's not Daytona Beach. We all know this. But what St. Louis is very convenient.
That is true.
For a show like this. And for the people who don't know and don't understand, and they always talk about the show moving to another city and things of this nature, what they don't understand is, number one, you have to have a convention center as big as this one. That's number one. Number two, you have to be able to get the dates. And then the affordability of the convention center for this industry is also a factor. The other thing that's a factor is the vendors are from all over the place, and so St. Louis seems to be centrally located. The vendors like it here. It's not about haunt tours, even though we do a haunt tour, that makes me sad. But it's not about haunt tours, it's about putting vendors and buyers together. So haunt tour, no, they do other events for haunt tours, and when they do the EHC show, which Bradley, are you going to the EHC show?
I will be there.
And are you going to go to the MHC?
I will be going to the East Coast tour. I don't know if we'll be vending there, but I will be attending because they're going to have an awesome haunt tour.
And those shows are about haunt tours, because the show floor is very small. And those are all about events and parties and things to do. But this show is about what, Bradley? What's this show about?
This show is about getting the vendors with the customers. We're trying to make sales, show the industry new products, and even as vendors, we want to see everybody else's products.
And they also have seminars.
True.
And they do have parties. They do have events.
Yeah, great networking events, you know, meeting other people in the industry.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
That's right.
Okay? A lot of stuff going on, right?
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of fun, and people have a lot of fun too. But I'm sure they have more fun at MHC or EHC, a lot more drinking probably.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely more of a casual show. This is definitely...
People want to get up early and get on the floor.
Right.
Right? And try to, because it's a long walk.
It is. And, you know, with all the cash and carry, you got to get here first to buy it.
That's right. Oh, everybody knows that now. But I heard a rumor that 13th floor already bought out a ton of the booths.
I can neither confirm nor deny that, but I will say that we do not do that. We've had people try to buy costumes ahead of the show, told them they can put orders in, but anything that we're bringing to the show is for the show. Now, if you have the VIP badge, you get here at 9 o'clock on Thursday, that's your advantage, because we're selling to the VIPs at 9 o'clock on Thursday. So if stuff's gone by 11,
So you're suggesting they get a VIP ticket?
I would say get a VIP ticket. Get in here. I think it's going to be a big hit this year, especially because it's 2 hours earlier for 2 days. That's 4 hours.
Well, isn't I think it's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Might be. I thought it was just Thursday, Friday, but either way, that's even more time. So double the time on the show floor.
So I'm here with my buddies from Minnesota, cold Minnesota, where the Vikings never win. The Twins don't win either. What does win there? The Minnesota Timberwolves always suck, but they're doing good this year. They'll flop though. They'll flop. What?
So the hockey team isn't horrible.
Well, dude, I don't even like the Wild. I like the North Stars.
That's when
okay,
they were
you need to
good.
bring the North Stars back.
Yeah.
That because the North Stars, for anybody who doesn't know, they moved to Dallas and became the Dallas Stars, which sucks that you can't be the North Stars.
Right? South Stars now.
So anyway, real quick, for anybody who don't understand the VIP ticket, it was basically conceived as a special ticket to get the people who really want or like to get more time with vendors so they can write orders. Because there's a lot of people who come to the show that they're here to see it, not necessarily to spend a lot of money or to spend any money. They just want to enjoy the show because it's a lot of fun. But this was a way to get vendors and buyers, the real serious buyers, more time, and it's definitely worth it to buy that VIP ticket. Go to haashow.com and get down here to St. Louis. You only have a few days to get your butt down here. And I will tell you, if you can't find a hotel across the street because it's already sold out, I made another video. There's a place in St. Charles called St. Charles Main Street. Look that up, St. Charles, Streets of St. Charles. Great hotels, lots of entertainment, casinos, everything. It's only 15 minutes from the airport. And then it's literally right on the highway. So you jump on the highway and you'll be at the convention center in like 25 minutes. So get down to the show, right, Bradley?
That's right. Get down here.
Get down here quick.
Yes, it's gonna happen fast.
And we will see you soon. And the Darkness Haunt Tour starts on Thursday. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And we will be on the show floor making some videos. But this video, hopefully you've had fun with it. And we'll see you real soon. Do you want to say goodbye, Bradley?
We'll see you guys at the show on Thursday.
All right. Take care.